was a spectacular day in Salamville. The sun was shining, the birds were chirping their praises to Allah, the flowers bloomed lovely shades of lavender and crimson, and most of all, Happy Hamdi's allergy medication seemed to be working particularly well today. Alhamdulillah, sang Happy Hamdi, breathing in a breath of fresh air. On the other side of town, however, things were not as chirpy. Although the sun was shining, the birds were singing and the flowers blooming on this side of Salamville, Cranky Kareem appeared to be less than pleased about it. Ugh! Cranky Kareem stomped out of his house to check the mail. Gah! This sun. Going to blind me one day, I tell you. Shoo! Shoo! As he reached his mailbox, he covered his ears. Gah! Turn off that racket. Isn't it time for you birds to fly south yet? Shoo! Shoo! And as he walked back inside, he made certain to stomp all over the colorful flowers. Uh-oh. Do you guys think he's acting very nice? No way. Cranky Kareem sat down and poured his morning coffee into his favorite brown mug. Gah! Out of sugar, he yelled, slamming the sugar pot. Angrily, he sipped his bitter coffee and immediately spat it back. Gah! Bitter! It's kind of silly, right? But he's not really acting very nice. Cereal seemed like a safer option, he thought. After pouring his cocoa fluff into his bowl, he tilted his carton of milk and, gah! Out of milk! Crunch, 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 bleh, Cranky Kareem mumbled, crunching his dry cereal. At the park, Cranky Kareem sank into the bench and sighed. Peace and quiet, finally. And just as he said this, Happy Hamdi skipped over to him. Why, Cranky Kareem! Assalamu alaikum! What a pleasant surprise. How are you doing? Just the usual, he groaned, and then reluctantly mumbled, and you? Oh, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Happy Hamdi is happy, right? I am absolutely splendid. All praise to Allah for this wonderful day. But before Cranky Kareem could properly scoff, Happy Hamdi bounced away. If only he had half the day I had, he wouldn't be jumping around saying Alhamdulillah. Cranky Kareem sneered as he watched Happy Hamdi telling Greedy Gamal and Healthy Hassan about his fantastic day. Then, for the first time that day, Cranky Kareem smiled. He had an idea. And needless to say, when Cranky Kareem has an idea, it isn't the most pleasant. You think he does the bad things? Uh-oh. Oh, he's going to the masjid and they hear, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Happy Hamdi sprinted towards his car for Dhuhr prayers when very sneakily, Cranky Kareem stuck out his foot and tripped Happy Hamdi. Oh, that's not nice, right? That is not nice to do. Happy Hamdi stood up to find a pounding purple bruise on his nose. Oh. Ouch. Goodness me. I need to be more careful. That must hurt, huh? Cranky Kareem gloated, smiling ear to ear. It sure does, but alhamdulillah. Happy Hamdi beamed as he carefully pounced back to his car. Wait, he just fell on his nose, but he's still happy and he's okay. Interesting. Cranky Kareem was disappointed. He wasn't expecting Happy Hamdi to be so, well, happy. But then he thought of a bigger, better plan, a much more unpleasant plan. Uh-oh. Oh, gosh. I hope we don't know anybody like this. Happy Hamdi walked towards the door of the masjid when suddenly an odd, mysteriously cranky, masked man bumped into Happy Hamdi, dropping a tray of syrup baklava all over him. Who do you think this sneaky, masked man is? Yeah, he still looks like Cranky Kareem, right? He just looks like he has a disguise. Uh-oh. Oh, dear. That was sticky. Happy Hamdi grinned, licking his fingers. Alhamdulillah. Look, he just took a bad situation and he's kind of enjoying it because it's yummy, right? So he's finding something to be grateful for, even in a situation where you get a tray of sticky baklava dumped on your head. Wiping his hands, Happy Hamdi continued to walk out the masjid. Just then, his foot hit a rope and a bucket of ice-cold water fell on his head. Oh my goodness, it seems like some things just keep happening to him, but are they very bad for him? Does he think they're bad? No. Exactly. Now he says, cold. So cold. Have you ever gotten really cold water dumped on you before? Oh, it's so cold. Alhamdulillah. He chuckled, wiping his face. So you're right. He used the water now to just wipe his face, to wipe the sticky baklava off. And look, he's still happy, right? It didn't change his mood. Drenched from head to toe, Happy Hamdi walked to his car. But yet again, something peculiar happened. His car would not start. Uh-oh. You think so? You know what Cranky Kareem is up to, huh? What do you think? Maybe the cranky one poked his wheel? Oh, maybe. Yeah. Oh dear. I guess I'll have to walk home. Alhamdulillah. All praise is to Allah, said Happy Hamdi as he stepped out of his car and made his way down the sidewalk. So here's another thing that maybe some people would call it a problem. But is it a problem for Happy Hamdi?
No.
No. So it just shows you that a lot of times when things, oh, the glass just, when things happen, it's just a matter of how we want to think about it, right? It's called, what is your perspective on that? So you can look at it as something bad, or it can be something that's not so bad. And for Happy Hamdi, it's not very bad, right? He turns everything into an okay situation. Cranky Kareem, who was hiding behind a bush, simply could not take it anymore. He jumped out and gave a frustrated squeal. Gah! What is wrong with you? Sticky baklava, the ice-cold water, your broken car, After everything that happened, how can you still say Alhamdulillah? Cranky Kareem just doesn't seem to understand how these things are not a problem for Happy Hamdi. Happy Hamdi chuckled, "Oh, my dear Cranky Kareem, if it is Allah's will, then I am thankful. After all, no plan is better than Allah's plan. Alhamdulillah." Enough. How can you be happy all the time? You had sticky syrup all over you. Happy Hamdi giggled, and some landed in my mouth. I was so hungry. Alhamdulillah. But then you got wet, Cranky Kareem blurted. And Alhamdulillah, all the sticky syrup washed away. But your car is broken. You have to walk home, so my wet fur can dry in the warmth of the sun. Alhamdulillah, all praises to Allah, exclaimed Happy Hamdi. Gah! Cranky Kareem was a little, cranky, and stomped away, grumbling angrily to himself. He stopped abruptly and thought. He simply could not believe Happy Hamdi was that grateful. It's got to be an act, he said. He thinks he's just acting, like he's not really that happy all the time. All of a sudden, Healthy Hassan accidentally bumped into Cranky Kareem and knocked him over while jogging. Uh-oh. Cranky Kareem is already cranky. What do you think this would do to Cranky Kareem if someone bumped him over? You think he's going to be happy? Oh, do you know this book? You would think he would become more cranky, right? Because he always finds problems. Gah, why I oughta, yelled Cranky Kareem as he got up. Whoosh. Oh, what just went by? Do you see what just went by? It's a train. At that moment, a big red train passed by the very railroad track that Cranky Kareem had been standing on. Right where he was standing, then he got knocked over, and then a train went on that track. Cranky Kareem, are you okay? I didn't... You knocked me off a railroad track. I was standing on a railroad track, sputtered Cranky Kareem. I know, I'm so sorry, Cranky Kareem. Oh, it looks like you've sprained your ankle. Oh no, he fell and sprained his ankle. I sprained my ankle. You knocked me over. I could have been hit by a train. He has this realization. Oh my goodness, but you knocked me over. You knocked me to the ground and what do you think he should say? You saved my life. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. You pushed me off the track and I sprained my ankle. All praise is to Allah. Alhamdulillah. And then, just like that, Cranky Kareem limped all the way home, singing, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, all praises to Allah. While the sun was shining, the birds were chirping their praises to Allah, and the flowers bloomed lovely shades of lavender and crimson.